he opened his heart and his home not just to Judy, but to Judy and her daughter. And instead of adoring him and appreciating him, she literally threw him out, discarded him in the desert like a piece of trash.
Hello everyone, welcome to Mysterious Mariam. I am Mariam Hassan, and today's video may not be suitable for some of the viewers as it contains some graphic details, so viewer discretion is advised. Let's get started. Peter Theriault was born on July 7, 1947. He was an army veteran and started working as a maintenance worker at a Ford warehouse after his retirement. He also used to counsel other former army veterans who were suffering from PTSD. Peter was described as an avid golfer and outdoorsman. He loved to shoot guns and drive around in his black Mustang Convertible. He was very kind, always ready to help others. He was a family man. In 2000, Peter wanted to resign and he had his sights set on a 5-section of land rich bundle close to his 2 sisters and mother in Council, Washington. He met Judy Valot while working at the warehouse. He started dating Judy after they discovered a mutual love of golf and motorcycles, and within a year they moved in together. Judy and Peter started living together along with Judy's daughter from her previous marriage in Orange County, California. Judy grew up in San Diego and got married when she was 17. Her marriage lasted only a month. In 1980, she married Craig Valot, but they separated shortly after their daughter was born in 1985. In 1997, she met Peter while they were working at Ford. She was working as a forklift operator. Peter and Judy both liked to go on adventures. Judy owned a trailer in Blythe, 30 miles away from Arizona, California. Peter had a good collection of guns and he used to teach Judy to fire whenever they went to the trailer. On December 2nd, 1998, 51 years old Peter didn't show up for his night shift at his work. It was very unusual as Peter never missed the work under any circumstances. Peter's supervisor contacted his live-in girlfriend, Judy. Judy told him that she and Peter had gotten into an argument and he had driven off in his car and didn't return home since then. Around 48 hours passed and Peter still didn't show up. This was from a guy who never missed a single day when he hadn't called his mother, and he never went off the radar like this for so long. Judy finally contacted the police about 48 hours after Peter disappeared. The police went to speak to Judy at the home. She told them that she and Peter had argued over her daughter, who was about 13 or 14 years old at the time. Peter drove off around 8 p.m. and she hadn't seen him since then. She said that Peter was good to her and her daughter and he treated her like his own. Authorities talked to Judy's daughter as well. She said she was home the day Peter went missing, but she knew nothing about the argument since she always uses her headphone to listen to music at night. The police looked around the home but didn't find any sign of violence. Judy revealed that Peter had recently been counseling another vet named George. George had a serious drinking problem and had even crashed on their couch many nights in the past. So authorities speculated that something might have happened between Peter and George, and maybe George being too drunk did something to harm him. The police spoke to George. George said that he had been at the bar until 2 a.m., the closing time of the bar, the night Peter disappeared. This was verified by the bartender and he was ruled out while police was looking for other suspects. One of Peter's friends and co-worker revealed to police that Peter's mom rented out her home. The last renter was a very sketchy man who Peter believed was selling and manufacturing drugs. The neighbors also revealed that man was sketchy and that he had suspicious people going in and out of his house at night. The man was questioned but was soon ruled out. He was definitely a drug dealer but had nothing to do with Peter's disappearance. Now, at this point, police was no longer treating Peter's case as a missing person because the kind of the personality Peter had, there was no chance that he would not have returned back unless something horrible has happened to him. So authorities started investigating this case as a murder case. The police soon learned from the same friend of the Peters that had told them about the sketchy tenant that a few weeks before Peter disappeared, Peter had received a call from a woman at work. Peter didn't tell him who called, but he seemed shaken up about it. Talking to his friends and co-workers, investigators found out that Peter was a very handsome, healthy, young-looking guy despite of him being 51 years old, so a lot of women were attracted to him. The police spoke to Judy about the matter. Judy revealed that Peter had a lot of admirers. She said she had lied before. An argument she had with Peter on the night of his disappearance was actually about his affairs, and that someone had been calling the house and hanging up on her. Peter acted like it didn't matter, but Judy was furious and she knew that it was some woman Peter was having an affair with. Judy said that this another woman could have killed Peter. Now, investigators had to find this other woman, so they tried tracking Peter's car down. 6 days after Peter's disappearance, the police discovered that Peter had a tracking device on his convertible. It was found only 3 miles away in a parking lot of an apartment complex. The car top was up, it was locked, and the keys were missing. The police also made another discovery. The driving seat was very close to the steering wheel. Why is it strange? Well, Peter was a tall guy. There would have been no way that Peter drove this car last time, as seat was very close to the steering, as if a shorter person had been driving it. A cadaver dog was brought in to search the car. The dog walked to the main street and to the home of Peter and Judy. Judy became so furious and said that Peter must have been with one of the women he had been having an affair with in the apartment complex where his car was found. Investigators were getting suspicious. First, Judy changed her statement about the reason of the argument she had with Peter. Then the car seat was adjusted according to the height of someone like Judy, so they decided to set a trap. They came up with the ruse to confront Judy, which was legal in California. They told Judy that they happened to get the CCTV footage from a guy living in the apartment complex where Peter's car was parked, and that camera clearly captured the person who parked that convertible there that night. Judy fell straight into the trap. She accepted that yes, she was the one who parked Peter's car in that parking lot, as Peter left the house on foot after the argument, and she was so angry at him that she drove and dumped his car there. So here is another change in Judy's statement. The police put a 24-hour surveillance on Judy. By this point, the police believed that Judy was a jealous partner. This theory was confirmed when a co-worker of Peter and Judy's came forward. The woman said that Judy would confront her at the work about her possible involvement with Peter, and it got so bad that she had to get the union involved to sort the matter. The woman denied ever being in a relationship with Peter. Another friend of Peter's revealed that Peter wanted to break up with Judy, and if something had happened to Peter, he was probably somewhere on Judy's property in Blythe, Riverside County, California, about 3 hours away. The police obtained search warrants for Peter's home as well as Judy's property. At Peter's home, they found blood drops which were attempted to be cleaned, leading from the bedroom to the garage. In the garage, they found Peter's pickup truck. They found more blood on the tailgate of the truck and on the garage floor. At the Blythe property, the police found a gun that belonged to Peter. Peter was very meticulous about cleaning his gun and empty its cartridges, but this one was a live firearm that had 2 rounds missing. The police also found a military-style shovel with dirt on it. Interviewing a neighbor in Blythe, investigators found out that she saw Judy at her trailer the day after the murder. So this confirmed their suspicion that Judy had done something really horrific to Peter. It's believed that Judy believed that Peter cheated on her with every female he met. Peter's family members also said that couple argued often because of what they called Judy's unfounded jealousy. Peter wanted to end this relationship for good, but she wasn't going to let that happen. She killed him on December 2nd, 1998, cleaned up the scene, put Peter in his truck, dumped the body, and took his Mustang to that apartment complex. All the blood samples from Peter's home and his truck matched the victim. Peter's body is believed to be somewhere out in the desert between Orange County and Blythe. This area used to be famous for gold mining, and there are a lot of holes in the area, and is famous for digging graves and hiding bodies. To this day, Peter's body has never been found. Even though Peter's body was not recovered, the police believed that they had enough circumstantial evidence to arrest Judy and charge her with the murder. Judy was arrested and went on a trial in the court. Judy insisted on her innocence and pleaded not guilty. Although the jury found her guilty of second-degree murder in 2000, this verdict was overturned. In the trial that followed, the jury was hung and could not reach a decision because the juror refused to deliberate and participate in the discussion with fellow jurors. Therefore, Judy was tried a third time in 2005. On July 22nd, 2005, Judy was again found guilty of second-degree murder. She was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. Judy's parole petition was rejected in 2013. She remained incarcerated at the California Institution for Women. Till this day, denied killing Peter. She said, "I never did anything to Pete. I never pointed a gun at him." Well, Judy never had any evidence that could prove that Peter was cheating. It was all in her mind, and she killed him just because of her suspicion. I mean, let's for a second suppose that Peter did cheat on her. Well, be a normal human being. Grow up, leave him, and move on with your life. What did it give her? Lifetime jail time? That's it. I hope Peter remains undiscovered soon so that his family can have a grave to mark to visit him. So, what do you guys think? All the evidence police collected was enough to prove Judy a murderer? Did she really do it? Do tell me in the comments below. Drop a like if you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe for future videos. I will see you next week. Bye.